everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Kayla. Today I'm going to create this look for you. I'm using a lot more of my drugstore makeup, so more affordable look that you can do that's really easy and really quick. So let's get to it. First, what I'm going to do is start with the eyebrows. I'm using a brow pomade. This is by Kat Von D and it's the light brown Super Brow Gel. I've never actually used this color in my brows before. It's pretty dark, but I guess when you apply a little bit and blend it out, it's supposed to be able to sheer out into a lighter shade. So we're gonna try that. First, you're gonna take a spoolie and just comb out the brows. And then you'll go in with an angled liner brush and dip into the pot here. And then I like to use the inside cover to just take off any excess product so it's not too strong. And then if you start at the end of your brow, it's going to deposit the most product and it'll be the darkest. So then you can work towards the front and then have it fade out into more of an ombre color. Then as you start working towards the front of the brow, you can flip the brush and then start lightly spreading it through the front of the brow. And I like to use the brush to gauge where I'm going to stop. So by angling it vertically against your nose, that is the most flattering area to stop your brow according to your face shape. Alright, so it's pretty intense at the end, which some people might go for, but I'm gonna fade it out just a little bit. So if you go a little too heavy, you can take your spoolie again and then brush through, and it will take out any extra product that you might not need. Next thing, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of my foundation and clean up around the brow area. So I'm using the Makeup Forever HD foundation, and then I'm going to use a flat brush to go around the edges of my brow. Then if you want to fade it out even more, you can go in with whatever's left on your brush with foundation and go through the beginning of the brow just to fade it even more. Okay, onto this brow and I'll be right back. Now we're gonna go into the eye look. So I'm going to use my concealer. This is the Maybelline Master Conceal, and I'm using a shade or two lighter than my skin tone because my eye look's gonna be a brighter color. So just apply this all over the lid and create a little bit of a thinner texture with your concealer just so that there's not too much product that can move around in the eye and then later mess up the eyeshadow. Sometimes I do my eyeshadow look last, but today I'm just gonna go for it first so that we can make it nice and sharp and clean at the end. Okay, once that is on, you can go ahead and set the shadow. I'm using my Laura Mercier Candle Glow powder and just a thick fluffy brush, and then just going over and tapping this to set that liquid concealer. When you do this too, it allows you to create an even blend with other colors on top, and that's how you get that really nice gradient of colors when you're adding like multiple shades to your eye. So the next thing we'll do is go in to cut the crease a little bit and shape the eye out. I'm actually going to use a blush for this because it's a little bit more of a brown tone, and this is by Natasha Denona and it is the Blush Duo palette number 7. And I'm going to go in with just a fluffy crease brush and starting right where you see that natural shadow happening in the inner corner of the eye. Then if you want to darken up the crease, you can go in with a more tighter bristle brush, go in with the same color and then apply it by pressing into your crease. Okay, next we're going to add our brighter pop of color on the center of the lid. I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow, and this is color Burst into Bloom. And with this pigment, it works best if you use your fingers because it's a little bit of a looser eyeshadow. You kind of need a lot on your finger just to get the pigment to come out really strong. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of a brighter shade to make it pop a little bit more. And I'm using the Sephora Pro Editorial 2.0 palette. And then we're going to use this shade here. It's called Illusion. And we'll apply this right on the corner and then kind of blend it out into the middle of the lid. All right, next we're going to go and do the wing for this eyeshadow look. I'm going to go straight in with a liquid liner, and it's from Stila. And the first area I like to start is on the center of the lid, just to create my line and add definition to the top of the lash line. Okay, next, for me, I have a slightly hooded eye, so I like to look straight ahead and see exactly where the fold falls so that I can continue my line over that and then create that nice angled wing without it hiding in the fold of your eye. So start by connecting my lower lash line at the outer corner and then flicking the line up, and then looking straight ahead and connecting these 2 points. So then when your eyes open, it's connected. When you look down, it's going to be separated, so then continue filling it in while you're looking down. I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye. So if you want to drag out the wing a little bit more, you can go ahead and add that in after you've made it the shape that you want. So then you can just focus on elongating it. Then what you can do is sharpen up the edges and with your concealer, and then a flat brush go along the edge of that wing there. Okay, so I got the shape down for the top. Now I'm going to connect it all together by bringing it through the bottom. But first I'm going to conceal a little bit in the inner corner of my eye. So I'm going to use my concealer and my flat brush and just go in and touch up those areas that are dark. And then just buff that out into the rest of the skin. All right, I'm going to go back in with my tighter bristled brush and my base color that I initially used. And then I'm just going to go right underneath the outer corner, underside of my eye, to connect to that eyeliner from the top to the lower portion of the eye. You can go in with a pencil liner. I'm using Smashbox Always On Gel Eyeliner in color Fishnet. So go ahead and grab a smaller brush and just buff that eyeliner out to make it more smudgy. So now that that side's connected, I'm going to go ahead on the other side and do the same thing. Alright, next I'm going to go in with Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. And while you're fluffing out your lashes, you can also angle them the way that you want them to be shaped, so you can kind of create more of a winged out lash effect if you pull them in that direction. And then I'm going to apply a little bit to the lower lash, using whatever is left, just on the outer corner. Okay, now we can get into the rest of the complexion. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Lumi Glow Lotion. So I'm going to start at the cheekbones. I'm going to go back in with my Makeup Forever foundation and just use a brush for this application here. Alright, next I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier Candle Glow Powder and then just touch up the areas that I want to mattify for when I get oily throughout the day. I'm gonna go in and contour a little bit with my Sephora Bora Bora bronzer. Then I'll go in with the rest of my contour on my face using a more tapered brush. Start at my temples and then bring it right into my cheekbone area, and then stop at the outer corner of the eye, just so that we're not dragging it in too far. And then after that, I just like to go in with a fluffy brush and make sure I blend out all of those edges. Next, I'm going in with my blush, and this is the Milani No. 5 Luminoso Baked Powder Blush. Going in back with my tapered brush, I'm gonna apply this right to the top of my cheekbone and then into my hairline. And you can apply a little bit to the bridge of the nose. And I'm using my Revolution Highlighter Reloaded Just My Type shade, and going in with my fluffy brush again to pick up those points on your face that you want to really accentuate and highlight. Now to go into the lips, I'm using a dark chestnut shade. This one's called Versatile Chestnut, and it's by Makeup Forever. It's an artist pencil, so you can use this wherever you want. You can use this in your brows, on your eyes, on your lips, wherever you want. So today I'm gonna use this to contour out my lips. And we're gonna ombre the lip a little bit, so apply a little extra in the corner. Then to blend this all together, I'm gonna go in with my L'Oreal lip palette and use a lighter pink shade. I'm gonna go in with this shade here. And there you have it. Into the world does not want me to make a video today. I'm sweating. Thank you all for watching. Please like, please subscribe. If you keep watching, it makes me want to create more content for you guys, even when it's difficult. All right, see you next week.